Hey there, my name is Zach. I'm the founder of the DIYgolfer.com, where my mission is to help you shoot your lowest score ever. In today's video, we're going to be talking about a drill that a lot of people would call the pump drill. And the reason is because we're kind of coming back, pump once, pump twice, 3 times, and then I wasn't lined up to the ball, but then you can hit it if you want. So let me demonstrate that. Pump once, twice, full swing. Now, why does this help? Well, when we're using this drill, we do a normal backswing just like this, but one of the most challenging things in the golf swing is making this transition move correctly. So when we're going from one direction and redirecting that forward into the golf ball. So I'm going to give you a brief synopsis of how this should look. I've got a more in-depth article on my site, so you can check the link in the description to read more about the transition. But basically, how this is going to work is you take your normal backswing, and then the first move down when you're making the transition is nothing about the hands. That's where we throw, come over the top and hit those slices. What you really want to do is a little subtle hip bump, and then we kind of squat and turn. And then you get all this lag right here in the downswing that's super powerful to be released. You're using the lower body as your power source and all as well. But it's very tough to do that, so I'm going to demonstrate a little exaggerated movement. So that's the hip bump, exaggerated, and then we kind of squat. So this is an exaggerated squat. We're using the ground to generate the power, and as we're squatting, we're turning. So we're turning and letting those arms just drop and come along for the ride. And then from this position, which you'll notice, that's kind of how we get into with this pump drill. From this position, it's all about just turning the big muscles and letting all that potential energy sweep through the ball and hit a powerful golf shot. So let me show you it one more time. So we got 1, 2, 3. Now that's pretty difficult. I would not have been able to do that a lot earlier in my golf improvement journey. And so what I would recommend for this drill is to not use a golf ball at all. We'll set that there, but we're not going to use it just quite yet. I would just go through and practice that in slow motion. It's a really good drill to do just in slow motion, where you're doing a little hip bump. We kind of squat, feel those ground forces, and get to this position right here where we're got a lot of lag stored up and we're ready to turn through the ball. So a variation that you can do of this drill is without a ball. So 1, 2, 3, where you're just feeling that, and then bring in the golf ball and try to take a mental copy of that feeling and translate it into your shot. Now there's another variation of this, which is called the split hand drill, and you might have seen Rory doing this. So rather than gripping it normal, going through those pump motions, what we'll do instead is grab about, maybe a couple hands worth down the shaft of your club. This usually works well with like a 5-iron, maybe even a 3-wood. And all you're doing is just turning and then coming down. And what this is going to do is get you in the perfect position pretty much every time without having to think about it too much. If you want to learn more about that split hand drill, you can check out a separate video that I filmed about that goes into a little bit more detail. And if you enjoyed this drill, be sure to check out the description. I've got a link there to my drills glossary, which has all the different drills on my website that you can find pretty much for any problem that you've ever had in golf. So it's a really good resource for you, so I'd check that out. And I think that's it for this video. Hope you liked it. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.